Hi everybody, I'm here with our read aloud for today. This is a non-fiction book. It's about ducks, and instead of drawing it uses pictures. And it's a National Geographic kids book, and I see ducks. D-U-C-K-S, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. And it is by Jennifer Szymanski. So what are we going to learn about ducks today? Let's find out. Here's our title page. It says ducks, and it has a different kind of duck. I think that's called a mallard. Oh, we haven't seen this in a while. A vocabulary tree. It says animals, which are ducks, and then what they have: beaks, webbed feet, feathers and wings. What they do: get food, fly, swim, and waddle. Where they live: ponds, marsh, which is like a swamp, ocean, and lake. Remember, a marsh or swamp is a land that has water and really thick dirt, and it also has like plants growing out of it, so it doesn't look quite like a pond. It's like an in-between land and water. And this says, this little label says mallard. This is a duck. It's a mallard duck. And you know, because the male mallard duck has a little bit of green, like on his head, it looks kind of green. My daddy taught me that when I was a little girl, and I've never forgotten. Ooh, look at this stuff. This is a duck too. What kind of duck is this? This is a mandarin duck. Wow, it looks so fancy, doesn't it? Like those feathers. I mean, it almost looks like that's a drawing, but that's an actual picture of the duck. They just put like a yellow background behind it, so you can see the grass. Looks so fancy. There are many kinds of ducks, and this is a blue-winged teal. Blue-winged teal. And I guess we can figure it out. It's called like that because it has the blue on it. All ducks are alike in many ways. Okay, and I just wanted to point out in this book, it has page numbers on the bottom. So this is 6 and this is 7. A lot of nonfiction books have page numbers. Even fiction books have page numbers, like when you're reading in a chapter book, it sometimes has page numbers. But look at all those ducks in the water, and they look a lot different, huh? We got some orange, reddish heads, green. No, I have some back here. I think, no, this is a picture. I was thinking maybe somebody drew that, but that's an actual picture of real ducks. Just a lot of them. So let's see what's the same about ducks. All ducks have beaks. And this is a ruddy duck. That's what that's called, a ruddy duck. Has a bluish beak. They use their beaks to get food. So it's kind of like us with our mouth. And this is a hooded, I'm going to have to look at this the right way. Hooded merganser. I have never heard of that kind of duck before. Hooded merganser. And I think it's because like its feathers on its head look like a hood. And look, it's got a fish in its mouth. So I bet they're going to tell us that ducks eat fish. What do you think? Let's see. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just showing us. Ducks have webbed feet. They use their feet to swim. Now this is a duckling. This is a baby duck. And look at his little webbed feet. We kind of have not a whole lot of webbing, but if you look in here, you have this skin. It's much better. I can show you on the thumb. It's kind of webbed, but not as high up. If we were ducks, it would come all the way up here. They use their feet to waddle too. Waddle, waddle. That means when they walk, it kind of makes it look like they're going side to side. Kind of like a penguin. Ducks have feather and wings. And feathers keep them warm and dry. Wings help them fly. So it helps them keep warm and dry, kind of like our clothes. Their feathers are like their clothes. And this is a Steller's eater. Steller's eater. That looks real interesting. Look at its belly. It's got a lot of orange, pretty orange color in there. It's like a burnt orange. And I love its face. All ducks live near water. Some ducks live by a pond. And these are comb ducks that you can see in the water. Let's see if I can get it closer. It's not a very good up close picture that they took. I know that I have ducks near my in the park. There's a pond. A pond is different from a lake. It's usually smaller. And we have a pond in our park near our house that ducks live on, and they're there all year. They don't leave. Some ducks live in a marsh, and this is a lesser whistling duck. These are some really interesting names they have. So remember I was telling you marsh is kind of in between a pond or a lake and land. So if you can see, it's got like some green and some plants growing up in the middle. And sometimes the marshes smell funny because the water doesn't move a lot. Other ducks live by the ocean. Ooh, look, they're swimming in the waves. That's what I like to do in the ocean. And these are called surf scoters, or I think it's scoters. And I think it's probably because they look like they're surfing, don't they? Some ducks fly to a new place when it gets cold out. And here we have the mallards again. Now, I have mallards in our park that I was just telling you about. They do not leave in the winter because they have a place to stay that's warm. They have like a little, I think, duck house near the pond, so they can go in for shelter. But most ducks like to fly to a new place when it gets cold out. They come back when it's warm. And look, it's ducklings. These are mallard ducklings. So this is a female duck, female mallard. She doesn't have the green on her like the boy does, like the male. The girl she doesn't have all that. Then they start a new family. So look, there's their ducklings. Mallard ducklings. It's kind of like in the animal world, the boys wear the makeup instead of the girls. I was going to say that. Because look, she doesn't have all that green on her, and a lot of animals are like that. Like the lion has all the big hair, but the girl lion doesn't. And then on the back, here's the big word, migration. And it's showing you how the ducks move. Migration means to move from one place to another. So I'm going to read this because it's harder to read through the screen. Many ducks migrate. Ducks that migrate fly to another place for part of the year. Sometimes they fly a long way. This map shows the paths that some ducks in North America take when they migrate. So the mallard duck can live anywhere in here, but they usually go down to here. And we live right here. So we have mallards here too. And then it's showing a ruddy duck is the green arrow. And the Steller's eater, wow, they live way up here. So they move, but it's kind of cold all the time where they are. We don't have those down in here if you look. So one way you can always find where we live is it looks like a mitten. See that? See that mitten looking thing? And we live like kind of down by the thumb of the mitten. And so it's showing you the different migration routes. But I just wanted you to know that you can always find Michigan because it looks like a mitten and it has all these lakes around it. We're known as the Mitten State. So it's saying, your turn. Draw a duck. What body parts does it have? What is it doing? So they showed a picture, a drawing of a duck that somebody did. Now yours isn't going to look like this. Maybe I'll draw one later. So remember, the body parts of a duck, besides the head and the wings, is it has a beak usually, feathers, and it has webbed feet. Webbed feet. And it has a body, of course. A lot of you forget to do the bodies. And that's the end of our duck book. So what did you think about this book? Did you like it? Did you not like it? If you liked it, what did you like about it? If you didn't like it, what didn't you like? Please tell a family member or a friend. So that's our book, Ducks. And I would like you to try to draw a duck today. You should have some crayons, I hope, from the ones I sent home. And you can try to find a piece of paper. Bye.